Hi, my name is Lisa Renaud, and I'm a teacher and author of many of the titles in the entire Life Skills program. So this series in Life Skills programs are geared toward teenagers, young adults, English language learners, and anyone who needs a little extra help with life skills concepts. So the goal of teaching life skills is to provide your students with the foundation that will lead them to navigate adulthood successfully. These resources solve the problem for educators to find activities and life skills content that's grade appropriate. So Classroom Complete Press resources come in 3 formats: print, ebook, and Google Slides. So I was a special education teacher in a contained classroom as well as a general education teacher. And I know that teachers often find trouble finding materials that are appropriate both biologically and developmentally for the age of their students. So in many cases, I had students from 9th to 12th grade, but their reading level was from 1st to 6th grade. So this is why this content fits their needs so perfectly. There are 5 individual series with 3 resources each. They start basic and move on to more complex concepts. They're high interest level, but low reading level. So many students can benefit from these resources. In particular, remediation for middle and high school students, students with learning disabilities, special needs students, English language learners, and adults who may need extra support in their literacy skills. Classroom Complete Press content is effective because of its unique format. So there's a before you read section, which really helps get students background knowledge and experience, and it helps them make connections between what they know and then what they're going to learn already. The reading passage section gives information in short, easy to read paragraphs. So that's separated by real world scenarios. So that just helps reinforce information before the students move on. And then the after you read section tests students' understanding and comprehension of the concepts presented. And this also includes hands-on graphic organizers that offer students an opportunity to show what they've learned in a real way. The content is broken down into 6 specific life skills. There's going to be a list of all these at the end of the video. There are 3 books on financial literacy. So those books are Daily Marketplace Skills, Managing Money, and Financial Literacy Skills. For example, in the Daily Marketplace Skills, they introduce students to the basics of managing money. For example, here, there's a menu math and grocery shopping math. And then it goes into more complex topics like managing credit, saving and investing. So here's an example of our Daily Marketplace skills that we've made for digital, for Google. So we have the slides, which are interactive, and students can work right on the slides. So for example, we have students making a meal plan. So we have the week there. What are they going to eat every day? And it talks about things like who is under budget, who's closest to budget, what food items did they have, and ways to improve. Here's another example, practical hands-on. So comparing web buying with on-site buying. So the students have the instructions on these slides, and then as they work through, there's more instructions and some clarifying questions and some explanations for their assignment. There's also things like crosswords, word searches, and a comprehension quiz. Classroom Complete Press also has 7 books on communication and interpersonal skills. So this is where, I'll show you, this is where students learn how to effectively communicate with others. That includes listening skills, teamwork, collaboration, empathy. And those texts are daily, social, and workplace skills, employment and volunteering, social skills, self-sustainability skills, your personal development, and your personal relationships. And what I like about the self-sustainability skills, it really gives tips on acquiring healthy relationships and how to live with others, which I think lots of students need to develop. Classroom Complete Press has 3 books on problem solving and the decision-making process. So this helps students identify a problem, analyze it, find a solution, and then make choices. So these are, again, social and workplace skills, self-sustainability skills, and your personal relationships, and which expands on the concept about proper decision making and techniques. Classroom Complete Press has 4 books on time management, which help students set goals and prioritize tasks. So those are daily social and workplace skills, independent living, which extends the concept of planning and into ways to avoid boredom and to build a social life, your personal life plan, and managing time. And this goes in depth into this concept because it helps students plan out their day, set priorities, and help with goal setting. Classroom Complete Press has 6 books on emotional intelligence and self-care, though that teaches students to be self-aware, gain control over their emotions, recognize emotions of others, as well as more holistically following good nutrition, fitness, and maintaining their mental health. So the series includes daily health and hygiene skills, which introduce students to the basics of healthy nutrition, meal planning, importance of being regular exercising, and personal hygiene. Self-sustainability skills, so it teaches students how to cope with life struggles. Your personal development, your personal relationships, so interpersonal skills and how to recognize healthy relationships. Personal responsibility, and coping with stress, which provides various stress coping skills, breathing strategies, ways to deal with mental stress. Classroom Complete Press has 7 books on resilience that show students how to cope with challenges and meet setbacks head on. So, for example, in that series, we have employment and volunteering skills, self-sustainability skills, which encourages students to see failure as a learning opportunity, your personal development, your personal relationships, social skills, and coping with stress that helps students gain and maintain a confidence in themselves.